Bonjour everyone and welcome back to the Waves of Your Soul readings. I'm so excited to be doing this spring 2025 reading for all of my signs. For those of you who are new here, welcome. It's such a pleasure to have you. My name is Maureen. I'm your humble French tarot reader, and today we're going to be looking at spring 2025. So March, April, and May. There's going to be a different video for all of my signs. For this reading, I have lots of fun decks I'm going to be using. All the names of the decks are going to be in the description box if I have any fellow deck goblins. And if you are, I encourage you to check out my second channel, The Waves of Your Soul, where I share with you my love for tarot and oracle cards. I encourage you for this spring reading to watch your sun, moon, and rising sign, as this will give you the most fulfilled reading, the most complete reading for you. Of course, you do you don't have to watch 3 videos, but if you feel called to, it's the way that you can get the most complete reading. And I will make sure to make a specific playlist for this spring reading so that you can find all the signs in the playlist and you can navigate between the videos a little bit easier. Before I get into the reading, I want to invite you to subscribe, and if you enjoy this reading, then the best way to support my work is to like, comment, share the video. So without further ado, let's get into it. Your spring 2025 reading. Let's go. Okay, my Gemini, sun, moon, or rising, this is going to be the reading for you for the spring 2025, so March, April, and May. I'm super excited to be doing this reading for you. I have my spring themed tarot deck for us to use. It is full of gorgeous colors and rainbows and little Easter bunnies. It's joyful, it's sparkly. Hopefully you can see that. Look at that, it's adorable. Very, very excited to be using this deck for us today. And I also have some pre-pulled oracle cards, which we will actually start with. So let's see. First off, we have a goddess card. So this is your divine guardian, your goddess energy for this particular season. I have an archetype, and I also have some oracle cards. I've not yet looked at them. We're going to discover them together. So let's see first, what is your goddess energy? What is your goddess guardian for this time? And we have Demeter. Okay, so, or Demeter, as you guys might know her in English. So Demeter is a Greek goddess, and also you might know her as a Roman goddess as Ceres. So Demeter is the Greek goddess of harvests, of nature, and she is the mother of Persephone. She's linked to abundance, nature. As you can see, we have the bees, we have honey, and she's a very resilient goddess, right? There's a sense of persistence with Demeter, because when her daughter Persephone was abducted by Hades, she searched the whole world, high and low, every nooks and crannies, everywhere she searched for her daughter. She didn't give up. So there's a sense of resilience, of perseverance coming with Persephone. There's also a sense of nature. So we're going to see what else comes up, and then I'll tell you what I could feel like would be the energies for my Gemini, but already super interesting. Let's see, what is your archetype? Wow, we have the botanist, okay? Linked to parenthood and legacy. Very in synchronicity with Demeter, right? Demeter, like I told you, she's the goddess of nature, harvests, so it goes with the botanist so well. And I told you she's the mother of Persephone. We have a sense of parenthood and legacy here. Super interesting. Let's see what else we have for my Geminis. We have no place like home, okay, and we have fork in the road. Okay, in terms of energies for my Geminis, so first off, there's a sense here, like I was saying, with Demeter, of resilience, perseverance, tenacity. This could be big themes for springtime for my Gemini. You could feel a sense of strength, inner strength. If any of you have been feeling a little bit demotivated and unsure of what to do, and just not feeling much like yourself, like you don't have the energy to go after your dreams, you feel a little bit uninspired and you're lacking a sense of motivation and resilience, I really feel that in springtime my Geminis are feeling a lot more resilient, perseverant, and strong in themselves. There's really a strength coming into your life to help you face any challenges, any projects, any goals that you have. Your archetype being the botanist lets me know that my Geminis could feel very connected to nature in this springtime. You could feel called to spend more time in nature. Some of you might feel called to potentially bring nature into your home by taking up gardening, nurturing plants in your life, maybe getting a pet, or spending spending more time with your pets, spending more time in nature, spending more time outside. There could be a desire to take a weekend to go explore a local park or a local forest, or spend time by the ocean or by the rivers. I see my Gemini is really feeling called to go back to nature, spending more time in nature in springtime. Connecting to plants as well, through any kind of way, maybe through cooking, through essential oils. There's a sense of my Gemini is feeling more connected to nature, plants, and working with all of these energies in springtime. And obviously with the botanist as an archetype, we have the idea of someone who nurtures, who grows. And Demeter is linked to this as well, with being the goddess of harvest. She grows, she nurtures. So my Geminis could feel very called to take on a certain archetype and energy of nurturing things. It could be nurturing people in your life, like maybe some of you are parents or becoming parents. We do have this theme here. It could be, like I said, you're getting a pet, so there's a sense of nurturing and taking care of a pet. It could be you feel called to take care of a friend who's going through a tough time, or taking care of a family member. There could be this sense of taking care of your community at large. You could feel called, my Geminis, to take care of your business, or take care of your career, take care of your passion or a certain project. You're planting seeds, my Gemini, in spring, and you're tending to them, you're nurturing them. So your archetype is very much linked to the nurturer. You're watering the seeds in your life, you're taking care of it, you're making sure they're being well fed, right? Whatever seeds you're planting, whether those seeds are linked to like your interpersonal relationships, family, friends, kids, like I was saying, your romantic partner, whether it's linked to your career, whether it's a personal project you're nurturing, whether it's a passion, a hobby, whether it's your own relationship with yourself, you're tending and caring for yourself. There's a very big archetype of the nurturer for my Gemini, which is beautiful and lovely. So you want to take care of things, you want to tend, you want to make sure that things are growing. Sharing this energy with people around you. I wouldn't be surprised if people are naturally more attracted to you in this time, my Geminis, because you're giving good advice to your friend, because you're taking care of family members, because you're being there for your community at large, or maybe with your colleagues, you're just giving this nurturer kind energy. There's a sense of you also helping other people through a tough time, my Geminis, that's coming through strongly. So that's also very beautiful. I see you giving support. I see you being there for others. Also had no place like home and fork in the road. So with no place like home, we do have this hermit energy, right? With the lantern and the home. We are in a year 9 energetically. 2025 is a year 9. 9 is linked to the hermit in tarot. Maybe my Geminis could feel more called to spend time at home in this springtime. You might not feel super sociable, might not feel like you really want to go out and spend a lot of time going out with friends, or spending a lot of time in the outside world, or at least not with a lot of people. I see you feeling more called to spend time, like I said, in nature, rather than spending time with a lot of people in busy places. So I would not be surprised if there's a bit of hermit energy for my Gemini is feeling called to spend time either on their own or with small groups, spending time either at home or in nature, but a little bit more quiet, a little bit more introspective. I see you being a little bit less sociable maybe in the springtime, and wanting to potentially spend more time on your own. And there's a big accent on home. So if any of you have been thinking of changing home, moving, that could be coming up. If you've been thinking about moving, that could happen for my Geminis in this springtime. If you're looking for a new home, you're looking to change home, if you're looking for a new flatmate or anything like that, that could definitely come up and fix itself in this springtime. We also have, if anyone has been thinking of doing some change in their home, so redecorating, maybe changing things around, maybe adapting things, changing your environment in some way or another, even if you don't change the actual flat or house, but just changing things inside. That could also be a big theme. I see you wanting to spend time at home, my Geminis, and spend time making sure that your home feels like a cocoon, that it feels like your sacred space, that it feels like a place where you can, again, tend, nurture, and feel at ease. So there could be a big theme for my Geminis around wanting to spend time at home and enjoying being home, like home being your cocoon away from the world, home being your little sacred space. Finally, with fork in the road, we have this idea of potentially having to make a certain choice in springtime, being given a couple of opportunities, a couple of choices. I see for my Geminis being given 2 doors and having to say, I want door 1 or door 2. So if some of you are choosing to change home, you might find 2 different flats, for example. That'd be an option for you and you have to choose between one or another. Or maybe it's at work, you're given 2 different projects that you have to choose one or the other, or potentially it's like you have some time off and you have to choose between 2 different things you're gonna do on your time off, or maybe you're planning your holiday and you have to choose between 2 different destinations for your holiday. There's an idea of like having to make a choice between 2 different options in this springtime, but I really want you to know that there's no wrong choice for my Geminis. There's really no wrong choice. Whatever you're gonna choose is gonna be right for you. And mostly because we have Demeter there, giving you this sense of nurturing, of care, of tending, you're invited to choose the thing that will be the best for your well-being. So let's say you're given 2 different projects at work that you have to choose between. I see you feeling more called to, and obviously, you do you, right? I'm not telling you right to do, but there is a sense for my Geminis of feeling more called to choose the project that potentially will have, maybe it's less work and a little bit less money, but it's something that makes you feel a little bit more relaxed and something that you enjoy more, versus a project where you make a lot more money, but it's stressful and you have to do a lot of hours and it's affecting your well-being. So there's really an idea that my Gemini in spring want to prioritize their well-being and feeling good and feeling like, again, this sense of nurture, of abundance, but that could come in the sense of taking care of oneself as well, right? Again, I'm not telling you what to do, but I do feel like this idea of nurturing a sense of well-being, of grace, of feeling good in your life could be a big priority for my Geminis. So that could also be what is helping you choose the right thing for you. Okay, so let's have a look now at what should be your main goal for this spring season. Let's see. What should be your main goal for spring? Oop. Ace of Swords, okay. And we have the Devil, okay. You know, I was just giving you the example of, let's say you are given 2 projects at work and one of them you have potentially the opportunity to make a bit more money, but you know you're gonna have to work super hard hours, it's gonna be super stressful, there's potential to feel burned out, whereas the other one is potentially a little bit less money, but it's less hours, maybe it's with people you get on more, you know you'll enjoy yourself, you know it's something you're more passionate about, and so that could be the one you end up taking because it feels more aligned with like this sense of well-being. This Ace of Swords and the Devil is really this reiterating this idea that for spring, not in the mood to push themselves, to go in the sense of towards challenges, and I don't feel you wanting to really like challenge yourself and force yourself to do things that are difficult. And on the contrary, I see you wanting to prioritize feeling well, feeling good in your body, taking care of yourself, spending quality time with your loved ones, spending time at home, and just again nurturing a sense of abundance, of wellness, and of peace, right? So there's times in our life where we feel called to strive and force and you know be in the rat race and really challenge ourselves and push ourselves and being very harsh on ourselves. And there's time when we just want to enjoy simple day-to-day life. We want to enjoy the people around us. We want to feel good in our body, in our life, and we want to take things a little bit more easy. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, especially with everything going on in the world. It can be a lot. There's a lot of noise. There's a lot of chaos right now. So I see really wanting to step away from this devil energy and wanting to prioritize peace, inner quiet, right? With this Ace of Swords, like feeling good in your mind, taking care of yourself, taking care of your body, prioritizing things that nourish you. Like I said, spending time at home, doing things that you enjoy, putting yourself in your bubble, in your little sacred space, away from the chaos, from the noise, from the drama. And actually, that's something that's coming up for quite a lot of my signs. And I think that's because of everything going on collectively with the world. So your main goal should be to prioritize your inner peace, to remove yourself from anything that could threaten it with this devil energy. So remove yourself from drama, remove yourself from people who are emotionally flammable or trying to drag you into their problem. Remove yourself from habits that you know are just draining your energy and not nurturing you and not nurturing this sense of well-being. Potentially spending less time on your phones and more time in nature, right? Spending potentially less time at work and more time with your family and loved ones. Maybe spending less time going out and more time on your hobbies. I don't know, I'm just giving lots of examples. I really see my Geminis changing a little bit, not your values, but your desires and the way you want to spend your time and spend your energy. And I see you prioritizing more your well-being above everything else, above potentially making money, or above having new experiences, or above manifesting things, whatever it is. I see you most of all wanting to feel good and wanting to feel well and happy. That's really, at the end of the day, what is your driving force in spring, and that's completely fair and actually very beautiful. With this Ace of Swords, in terms of main goal, there's also here an indication that some of you could feel called to act on certain things, right? We had this opportunity here, 2 choices to make. There could be a desire to take action. Specifically, I'm hearing, okay, this is quite specific, but if any of you have been postponing and procrastinating in the realm of admin, paperwork, there's something you've been having to do, I don't know, like fill a tax form, you've had to sort out your health insurance for ages, you've been postponing like filling some paperwork or something, you know, related to that realm of administration or something like that. I see you feeling called in the springtime to tackle that, get that done. Finally, something that's been bothering you for ages but that you just didn't feel the call to do. In springtime, I see my Geminis tackling that and doing that. So there's also with like Ace of Swords and the Devil, there could be a desire to declutter, which also came up for another one of my signs actually. There could be a desire in the springtime to declutter your home, maybe getting rid of stuff you don't use anymore, you give it to friends or charity, or you give it away. Maybe it's decluttering pictures on your phone or decluttering files in your computer, making space. Could be decluttering some, even like mentally, you know, decluttering, making space in your mind, removing some stories, patterns that you tell yourself that you're realizing is just taking space. But I really feel a sense of wanting to cleanse and declutter for my Geminis as well in spring. You're wanting to make space, you're wanting to remove a lot of clutter, a lot of noise. So again, it could be in lots of different ways, but I wouldn't be surprised if you feel called to go through your stuff metaphorically and physically and potentially make space, get rid of stuff, and that bring a sense of lightness that you've been craving, of freedom as well, because by making space, I think a lot of you will feel a little bit freer, which is also very beautiful. Okay, let's see what you're invited to pay attention to, my Geminis. What are you invited to pay attention to for this springtime? We had 2 jumper, we have 4 of Wands, and we have 10 of Pentacles. So a couple of things coming up exactly with the 4 of Wands. It goes back to what we talked about. There's a big desire to enjoy simple things for my Geminis, not strive, not force, not challenge yourself. You know, the time is not for girl bossing, the time is for girl mossing. Instead of girl bossing, striving, pushing, forcing, challenging. On the contrary, you are feeling more called to nap and enjoy time in nature and spend time with your loved ones and enjoying simple day-to-day simple things, easy things that are nourishing and kind and simple and beautiful. So there's really a craving from my Gemini to enjoy simple life pleasure, to remove yourself from a certain rat race and productivity race and a feeling that you always have to do, and on the contrary, enjoying, like I said, time at home, time in nature, doing things that are a little bit more gentle and soothing. There's also with the 10 of Pentacles this idea of, we know you had legacy here and legacy here. So if any of you are parents, there could be a big theme around this springtime, around potentially teaching your kids something very important, spending more time with your kids, something around, maybe you're like having a holiday, you get to spend more time with your kids, nurturing the legacy in your life in that way. I see kids as a big theme. So even if you don't have kids, you might be just spending more time around children in this springtime, even if they're not your own. There could be like a family reunion where you are meeting with your cousins and your family members. There could be like a holiday you've been planning for a long time, an anniversary or birthday. I see like a big celebration for my Geminis. I mean, springtime is your birthday, so maybe this is a big birthday, like maybe it's a, one of the decades or one where you get to actually meet up with your family, chosen or blood family, and where you make it a big celebration. I'm seeing anniversaries, big birthdays, the ability to reunite with your tribe, with your community, with your loved ones, with your family, like I said, blood or chosen. So there could be some moments of celebration here and of being able to reunite with people you don't necessarily see a lot normally, but because this is a special occasion, this could be actually a momentous time in the year where you get to see people you don't see normally as much. That's coming through. And also with the 10 of Pentacles, springtime, for those of you who've been thinking about, remember, we had the idea of home. So really, if some of you have been thinking about moving home, changing home, investing in your home, because we have the 10 of Pentacles, this is really a great time for that. So if you've been thinking about moving, like buying a flat, renting a flat, whatever it is, renovating, all of those things, making a purchase for your home, something in the realm of tending to where you live that will bring joy and fulfillment long term, right? Because we spend a lot of time at home anyway, so anytime we take care of our home, it will sustain us for a long time. I see springtime being a great time for that. And finally, I'm hearing pay attention to your finances, my Gemini, in the sense that some of you might be feeling called to save up in this springtime, because I feel like you have a big expense you want to take in summertime. So maybe some of you are saving for a big trip, maybe some of you are saving for a big purchase, but I see some of my Geminis also working towards savings for something that they're like excited about that could come later in the year. So maybe that some of you, like I said, are saving up to take a course, or they're like to buy a car. I don't know, there's something around money for springtime where you feel really cool to save up because you're excited to spend it on something a little bit larger than usual. Okay, so again, of course, if any of that resonates, you're welcome to leave a comment down below. Let's have a look at what your potential blessings are, my Geminis. Potential blessings. What do we have? Knight of Pentacles, beautiful. Potential blessings is truly, we're going back to this idea of groundedness, of being in the present moment, of enjoying simple day-to-day things, of enjoying like waking up every day and finding ways that you can make each day beautiful, each day special, through maybe reading a book that makes you happy, through drinking your favorite cup of coffee, through taking time to your parent, through enjoying a nice meal with your best friend, like, simple day-to-day things that make your day a little bit more magical. That's in the way that the blessings coming up for my Geminis. With the Knight of Pentacles, there's good news in the work realm. If some of you have been thinking about work, changing work, promotions, anything like that, that's coming through, that there could be some good news to move forward as well. Finances, like I said, home, there could be some progress there, being able to save money, being able to change home, being able to feel a little bit more secure financially. That's also coming through in the blessing realm. And we're going back to this idea of spending time in nature and having time to spend time in nature, which we don't always have time to do that. And yet, my Geminis, you'll have more time for you. I see you also having more time for yourself in this particular season, which I think you really needed and you really wanted. And if that's the case, that's going to be very nourishing for your well-being as well. So love that for this Knight of Pentacles. It's a reassuring, again, grounded, beautiful, nourishing kind of energy. So we love that. Okay, let's now have a look at a little self-care message for my Geminis. Let's see what we have. We have eat healthful foods, okay? Eat only the foods that are good for you. Perhaps this is something you normally do, in which case you should feel very good about how well you're caring for yourself. Most people, however, know that they should be more attentive to this area, but find it difficult. Your goal to practice healthy nutrition. Okay, well, I'm not here to tell you what you should or shouldn't eat, but I'm gonna take this message as a way that overall, anyway, my Geminis are feeling more called to take care of themselves. Like I said, going back to simple pleasures, simple things, day-to-day ways seems to feel good, to feel nourished, to feel abundant. It's going back to this Demeter and Botanist idea, so that makes sense. Gonna wrap up the reading with a little message from your higher self, from your guides. Let's see what we have for you guys. Oops. What is it? We have the path to peace requires relaxation. Let yourself rest. I mean, this is exactly what we've been talking about. This is not the season to force, to strive, to push yourself, to be super harsh on yourself. Give yourself time to rest. Give yourself time to relax. Enjoy simple things, my Geminis. It's really how you're going to have the best season possible. And you know what? I love that. I think it's important. So I hope this reading brought you something of value. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't hesitate to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends if you feel called to. All of these things are free. They're a lovely exchange of your energy. They really help my channel to grow. So thank you so much for those of you who take the time to do that. Thank you for watching, for being here. I want to wish you a beautiful spring season. And until my next video, I'm sending you so much good vibes and keep navigating the waves of your soul. Bye!